Mark chapter 10. In Mark chapter 10, our thought is just simply going to be called today, let them come. Let them come. Here in Mark chapter 10, the children are trying to come to Jesus, and yet the disciples don't want to bother Jesus by the presence of the children, and they attempt to turn them away. To which Jesus says, no, let them come. Let them come to me. This story, I think, teaches us three truths that are very important for us to grasp. First, we need to recognize that we are taught the importance of bringing people to Jesus. People were bringing their children to Jesus. They wanted their children to engage Christ. They wanted them to hear of this man who is doing this miraculous work. And today, we need to have the same heart. We need to bring them to Jesus. We need to bring people that do not know Him to meet Him, to see Him, to encounter Him. We need to bring our kids and our grandkids to come and learn and engage Jesus, that they can meet Him, so that they can ultimately know Him and be known by Him as their Lord and Savior. But we also have to be careful that we do not become like the disciples. Because the disciples show us the second truth is that we must not hinder people from coming to Jesus. We must not hinder people from coming to Jesus. Sometimes we attempt to, in our worldly mentality, set parameters on who we think has the approval status of God. We believe that we can hold the keys to who can hear and not hear the message of eternity. The reality is that you and I do not have the right to separate those who should or should not hear, but instead we are commanded to bring all to Jesus that they may hear. We are to tell all about this man named Jesus, and we must never become a hindrance. Because when we become a hindrance of people coming to Jesus, we are actually saying that it is not important enough that they go to heaven. I think the third thing we see is that Jesus here was teaching how He must be received. He taught that you must receive like a child, with innocence, with complete surrender, with obedience. And so He's setting the model that we need to come as a child coming to a parent, as a child living, understanding that we see ourselves as nothing, and we see Him as everything. And we just need to come to Him in love and authentic joy and give Him complete dependence. We say, we're here because we need you. We have to come like a child. So let me ask today, as we think about Mark chapter 10, let them come. Are you bringing people to Jesus? Or are you hindering people from coming to Jesus? And have you received Jesus like a child? We'll see you tomorrow.